This project started really from a conversation at our Dolby Soho Experience location where I met an artist who's one of the artists here in the exhibition, and he contacted me and said, hey, would you be interested in this exhibition?
I was working on the Respect Hip Hop show that was up last 2 years ago. A lot of people really felt strongly about the role of Afrofuturism in hip hop. Afrofuturism is a cultural expression that overlays a Black speculative lens on the past, present, and future. It's a strategy for Black community building.
You are creating a particular thread and narrative that just helps, sort of propagate a larger picture. There is no way we could ever do everything. The space is not infinite, but Afrofuturism is. And so I think that's kind of it.
This particular exhibit really stood out because when you talk to the artist, Nicole Mitchell, and she's describing what she wants to do, you're describing Dolby Atmos.
The thing about sound is that we can't touch it, but yet it touches us. It literally physically touches us. The sound of this piece, it's the sound of the body, it's the sound of nature, and it's the sound of culture. So I wanted to have what I called sonic events. As a creative musician, I like to be provocative a lot of times, and this was a time where I wanted to be subtle and inviting. And because the focus is Afrofuturism, something I've been very inspired by, especially by the work of Octavia Butler, I wanted to make music that explored gentle aspects of Black life and joy, as a way to bring people into the space.
My thought was, okay, this is going to be a huge task because there's so many moving parts in this. It was kind of a symbiotic relationship between me and Nicole. This was going to be all about creating a welcoming environment, so that algorithm had to be kind of smooth, and in a way it should embrace the people who are visiting this space.
So I have 36 different sonic events that are happening, and they collide with each other at different times. And we have this equation that it actually doesn't repeat. So when you come in, you're gonna hear some things, and then you're gonna hear things moving across the space, and they're gonna change, and then you'll have a repetition of something you've heard, but in a different context, in a different relationship with something else.
We try to make the audio experience seem less obtrusive. We don't want our patrons to look at the speakers or notice them per se. And then just so that, there's an audible experience, we did leave a few lower down, knowing that, we had to prioritize the audio experience because that's what we do.
When Nicole and Tira Rath actually came out to site and we met for the first time, we actually only spent a couple of hours, which is pretty impressive, to take what they were hearing in their headphones and translate it into physical space. We were able to just basically adjust some levels, move some spaces around and elongate them into the actual rectangle here, and she was very happy with the results.
It was so exciting to come in here today because this is literally the first time to experience the sound mounted in the room. We've been listening on headphones for months. To walk in the room and hear the sound moving across your body from different parts of the room, it really couldn't have been done the way I really envisioned it without the Dolby Atmos speakers.
I didn't realize that it would be so simple to integrate this really robust software into my own patch. I think that's the exciting part, that anyone with a knowledge of spatial coordinates can put that knowledge into any other DAW and create really interesting spatial audio experiences.
I think when guests come and they experience immersive audio for the first time, they're going to fall in love. And the reason for that is because when you walk around in normal life, there are things happening above you, behind you, and around you, and you're immersed in life. And this is all driven by the Dolby Atmos toolset and the creative tools that we're able to give artists.
We working closely with them to make sure that their vision is put out there into the world. And so as long as they're happy with the direction, we're happy with facilitating that.
properly executed, technologies like magic. But I really do believe that we'll start to see some other artists looking at other spaces and getting ideas that they can, make it their own.
I feel like I've just stepped into a whole nother realm for my creating as a composer.
It's a beautiful exhibit and exciting.
It's interactivity at its best.